Oh, you didn't know? Welcome back to another episode of the LTS Wrestling Podcast. It's me. It's that NICC, and we got the whole gang here today. What's going on, fellas?
Let's
It's
get it.
cracking.
Let's get
Oh
it
my
though.
gosh. It's been a minute. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for being here. And thank you everyone for joining us again for another episode of the LTS Wrestling Podcast. We got the whole crew, the full panel. And of course, we are on the midst of WrestleMania 42 Las Vegas. We're going to go night one for this episode to follow with night two as well. But first and foremost, gentlemen, how you guys been? It's been a minute since we all been on this little shindig. How's everyone feeling?
Been good.
Good.
Been good.
Busy
Like-
adulting, man, you know?
I know.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell
Bro,
me about it.
adulthood's the worst neighborhood I ever lived in, man.
Yeah.
It's the best
Word.
and the worst.
Adulting has been kicking my ass lately, so I will definitely share that piece. But everyone's live and well, which is great.
Yes.
Thank you so much again to our followers and viewers. You know, we haven't really had the opportunity to do this in quite a while, but at the same time, we appreciate you all so much. But let's just get into this, right? We got night one of WrestleMania. So obviously headlining this night one, we got Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton for the WWE Undisputed Championship. We also got the women's WWE Championship between Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan. We also got the women's IC title between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. The women's tag team championship is on the line amongst a fatal four-way for the teams of Irresistible Forces, which entail Nia Jax and Lash Legend. We got the Bella Twins, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, and Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. We also got another match which kind of came through the most recent weeks, I would say. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. And we got the unsanctioned match with Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. And the tag team match with, trios match, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, iShowSpeed versus the Usos and LA Knight. So that's pretty much a rundown for night one, guys. We're going to go across the horn. Which match are you guys looking forward to here? And Jay, if you don't mind, start us off.
Okay, Seth Rollins versus Gunther here. This is a late addition, right? But when has Gunther ever had a bad match? And you pairing him up with Seth Rollins? I mean, these are two performers. They are going to probably no, I think they might start it with Jacob Fatu and Drew, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first match to kick off night, because they're gonna get the crowd pumped, they're gonna get it amped. Gunther, when does he have a bad match? This guy just makes everybody look good. Seth Rollins, hate him or like him, he's a performer, he's a good worker. So I think that's gonna be the banger right there. Low key, maybe Jacob Fatu and Drew, because they're good workers too, but Seth versus Gunther is the match of night one.
You know, and just to kind of add on to what you're saying, I did notice that the advertised matches for the first hour of Mania on night one will be the triple tag team matches, or triple tag team match of Logan Paul, Austin Theory, iShowSpeed versus the Usos, LA Knight, and Drew McIntyre versus Fatu.
I think it's on ESPN, right? They're just gonna show that on
Correct.
ESPN. Yes. Okay.
Correct. So,
First hours.
and
Yeah.
Seth Rollins and Gunther will actually open the main
pay-per-view
card.
part of okay.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Good. Which is interesting, right? Because I think from what I understood, the making of this match supposedly may have been a pivot due to Chris Jericho returning to AEW, because my understanding, a lot of the rumors out there was that Jericho was supposed to make his return to WWE. His first opponent supposedly would have been Gunther, to kind of initiate the whole retirement tour piece of it, right? So maybe this was kind of a pivot to some of those plans Otherwise, the other piece of it, I heard through rumors were that Gunther was supposedly going to start a program with Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio also got hurt in the time frame of this all coming together. So that didn't happen. So clearly here we got Seth Rollins and Gunther. I think, to what you said, Jay, none of them disappoint in terms of performers, it's interesting just because it came together quite quickly. But I'll even say this, right? There was that little segment, I believe, on Raw where Gunther and Paul Heyman had their interaction, and Gunther basically told him, like, consider this a favor, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you owe me something. So it'd be kind of interesting to see what that you owe me down the road looks like, right?
Yeah, I like that little segment they did because I was like, why is like Gunther kissing butt to Paul Heyman? He don't need no Heyman. But then actually to tease that he can pivot to Gunther, like Heyman and Gunther, that would be such a deadly combo, right? But then like as that segment went on, you know Gunther like established some dominance there and said like, you know what? No, you're gonna owe me a favor. So which is kind of cool, right? But just to tease those guys teaming up, woo-hoo-hoo, man, that's gonna be crazy.
I just kind of thought about something though. What if that favor ends up being like, I want Brock's last match?
Oh yeah, you're gonna retire him.
Interesting.
Retire him.
What do you think?
Yeah.
SummerSlam,
Minnesota, right?
In Minnesota too. Ooh,
you're gonna retire Brock right there.
That's hard.
We'll see,
I
right?
like that idea too.
We'll revisit.
Hey,
that
wait, you watch it? They
when
still watch it. Tell them they still watch it.
Even though we ain't on, they still watching.
Hey, look, they didn't know what to do lately. Like they've been over there just throwing things together.
That's why the program has been that
good lately, right?
That's why the program has been bad.
WWE, you need to start watching.
They need to start paying us to be on more frequently. Let's just say that. But nonetheless, Cuzzo, we haven't heard from you in a minute. What you looking forward to? What you looking forward to?
It look like all of them are gonna be bangers, and I don't care if this one is not. As long as Randy go get that 15, that's what I want right there. That is what I'm looking forward to. All of them might be bangers, more so than that. Not saying it won't be, but I just want them to catch them out of nowhere. And number 15, there's too much disrespect in this tie-in already. Too much past. He's going to get punted. We're going to get the 15. Come on, Randy. Bring it out. I'm still waiting, Randy, for you to really show that you that beast. Like, I don't care if Stephanie McMahon went over there and tried to tell Cody or whatever, like, you can't be this type of version of you to go after that kind of Randy Orton. I was like, where? Randy? Wait, I still got to see it. And he has the opportunity to show it. And he seems to not be playing around because he had my same feelings towards Jelly Roll. I love you, Jelly Roll. I love you, man. But you in the way. You're not supposed to stop that. You don't come, hey, dude, don't come over there preaching about that. Dude, not that, not this. You know what's ahead. He wants that 15, and he had to be a little mean, and that's what he's going to do, okay, Jelly Roll, all right? It's okay. Take a RKO, and we're going to go get that 15 right there. And then if anything, Bailey, let's go, Bailey. Get one, too. Go get it. What?
Cuzzo,
yes.
What do you think about Pat McAfee being involved in the match?
Well, I guess it's just more for the dramatics. That's where I was talking about the disrespect. Cause I was just like, man, that guy just been really disrespectful, man. And, hey, if Randy got to go there with him, then I just want Randy to get the 15. Like, I don't know what Pat got. I don't even know why we have to tie him in. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, like, I don't.
Exactly.
For me, but I'm over there rooting for it so much that I'm like, okay, Randy, go get who you got to go get. Cause we got to go get the 15. That's all I want.
He making phone calls, bro. He making phone calls.
And I didn't even know why. Like, what phone call do you need? You say you got voices in your head? Like, it's coming from your phone or your head? Which one is it? Like, there's too many. It's like, Randy, man, I'm rooting for you, man. You one of my favorite finisher type fools, man. After HBK, he could land his sweet chin music on anyone, anywhere, anyway. And you did that for me with your RKO, man. Like, I think I've even seen it live when fucking Seth try to stomp you. Was that when I was with you, fam?
Yes.
When Seth tried to stomp him and he just caught him with the bro, there's too much, man. There's too, dude. I'm saying,
WrestleMania
man.
31.
Yeah, Randy,
WrestleMania
man, I need
31.
that for you. I need that for you before they push you out. Because if you don't do it now, there's no 15 for you. Not here. Cody still got life. You aren't like this. Yeah, I need your 15 just because you that dude. And I didn't see it, boy. We gonna top it off. Let's go, Randy. Randy and Bailey. Let's go.
So real quick here, let's talk about this for a bit, because obviously there's been a lot of like criticism regarding this whole integration of Pat McAfee, right? It is quite telling, because to think that Cody and Randy didn't already have enough of a backstory to really hype up their main event match at WrestleMania, seemingly the addition of Pat McAfee has kind of thrown a wrench in this whole fiasco of their matchup, right? And at the same time, it also makes me think, obviously I'll kind of chime in a little bit more about this here. It makes me think that there has to be another play here. I don't honestly think that this whole wrestling has another royal family is specifically tied to Pat McAfee, right? I think if that's the end all be all, how much of a failure would this be next to anything we've probably remotely seen in WCW, especially when they put the title on David Arquette? Like, that would be an ultimate fail for me if that's the end all be all, right? So I'm not saying that my expectations are gonna be somewhere else for this specific match or storyline, but to me, it almost makes you feel like there's gotta be something else added to this mix. What do you guys think?
Well, you figure, right? It's the main event of night
CJ,
one.
I'm trying to speak here.
So,
Please keep the noise down. I can hear you.
so, hey, CJ. Okay, you figure night one has to have some surprises. You know, we got it last year when Heyman turned on CM Punk and Roman Reigns to align himself with Seth Rollins' vision, right? So there's gonna be a twist. WWE, we know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. There's gonna be a twist here.
Twist.
I don't know. Well, wait. I said we know what you're doing. We know there's a twist. That's what I'm saying. Okay, we know there's a twist. What's going to happen? I mean, obviously some sort of Pat McAfee, but what you had alluded to, which was WWE, he's been saying that there's only one other royal family or whatever it is, you know. Maybe there's another guy that makes a debut. Maybe there's somebody he aligns himself with. Somebody, Pat McAfee interfered. Who knows what the twist is going to be? But there's got to be some sort of twist here. I want to make my prediction, but I'm not going to make my prediction yet. Y'all got to wait for that.
Nick, chime in on this, Nick.
You know what? I'm just gonna go straight into the match that I'm looking forward to in this night, because this goes into speaking on this subject, is that I am looking forward to the Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes match, because it has been like an absolute train wreck from the get-go, right? I really don't know why we had to insert Pat McAfee into this whole thing. Like, it's so nonsensical, and I understand what you're talking about, as like there has to be something else for it. And I watch a lot of like IWC stuff outside of, you know what I mean, just watching regular wrestling. And there's a lot of people talking about like how it was like they brought in Pat McAfee because what is the TKO president, Ari Emanuel?
Yeah.
Right. He wanted him to come. Right. He wanted him to come in and all this other whatever. listen, if they're bringing Pat McAfee in, the whole reason I this is the match I want to see is because it's either they have something up their sleeve and it's going to be really cool at the end, or it's going to be an absolute train wreck. And it's the only reason I'm really interested to see it. I was already excited because I wanted to see Randy win, right? I want to see Randy win. I'm in it for Randy. But now it's looking like it's either going to be really good or an absolute train wreck. And I want to see one or the other. Pat McAfee had no business being inside this feud. There was no reason for it to be in there. And every time I see Pat McAfee speak on behalf of Randy Orton, all I can think of in my head is Randy stomping on Kofi Kingston and going, stupid, stupid, stupid. And like I can't imagine Randy not thinking that in his head and being embarrassed. And you know what I mean? I can't envision myself not him thinking that he's embarrassed throughout all of these like promos that Pat McAfee is cutting. I don't know how like they're approving all of this. And you can obviously tell not Pat McAfee, but Randy Orton is like trying to like fill dead air when Pat McAfee is like cutting these hella long ass promos that are just so nonsensical. Just like he's literally like blowing hot air. And Randy's just trying to fill dead air. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me. That first one when Pat McAfee first came out and he kicked Cody in the balls and he just started like ranting. You could tell Randy was just trying to kill time when he was beating up Cody. It was bad.
I didn't mind that promo though.
No, I mean
I didn't mind that promo.
The promo was okay. It was okay.
Promo,
it was okay. It was okay.
Nick, wouldn't you say like Pat McAfee being inserted into the rivalry is because WrestleMania tends to, cross over when they mix in stars and wrestling at this event, usually usually when the stars come out, they always bring in celebrities to come in on a WrestleMania. So
yeah, sure.
Right?
But at this point, I feel like a lot of the things they're doing is because they're panicking. Because I feel like a lot of the foundation that they stand on for WWE is because it's been pulled out from under them, and they're kind of panicking, trying to figure out what they're going to do for Mania. And I'm not going to hold it against WWE to figure out and put together a damn good show, because I know they can do it. But some of the show feels kind of slapped together, and this kind of feels like one of them. The Randy Orton and Cody was a perfect opportunity for them to put together a short-term program where the history was already built, and Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll wasn't needed for the whole program, but they inserted them. It is what it is. But all I'm saying is that it's looking like a train wreck. It's either going to end really good or it's going to end like a train wreck. And I'm kind of invested in it, and I want to see what happens.
Hey, that's why I said
Randy,
it might
Randy
not
for the
even
15,
be a banger.
baby.
It might
Randy
not be
for
a
the
banger,
15.
It might be.
That's what I'm saying. Randy for the 15.
I'm
baby.
invested too. That's who I'm trying to see too. Right on.
Beautiful disaster, as they say.
Yeah, beautiful disaster. Exactly.
I see how you say.
It's that beautiful madness.
Yeah. The beautiful
Let's go.
madness.
Hey, you see, it's hey, they don't even have her on there. They didn't even know what to do. You see what I mean?
Usually the US belts and the Intercontinental belts are usually not defended on these things.
But
on
still,
PLEs.
it's her though. It's her.
I know.
She's one of the faces now.
That would have instantly brought viewership up,
Oh yeah.
So this is the interesting thing, right? Like, I know we're just talking about this match here. It seems like the match, right? That everybody's kind of looking forward to, outside of what Jay brought up. And before I even segue into my answer, Cuzzo, you did throw out Bailey, right? Obviously, Bailey, hometown, San Jose. That tag team match right there is interesting, right? Only because obviously we got some top teams in the female tag team division. I personally think they have the better tag team division than the men's tag team division at this moment. It's been more relevant, in my opinion. It's been on TV. It's been actually moving in the right direction that it's needed to. in such a long time, because it seems like every time we have a new set of tag team champions in the women's division, somebody gets hurt, and that tends to be kind of like the stigma with those titles, right? But lately, this division, specifically for these tag team titles, we've seen Nia Jax and Lash Legend as the current champions. I think it's been a great way to introduce Lash Legend to the main roster with the guidance
Mm-hmm.
of Nia Jax. Really
Mm-hmm.
good team. I think they're dominant. Like they call themselves, right, the Irresistible Forces. Perfect name for them, right? They're, Nia Jax, veteran. She's just a beast on her own. Lash Legend, she's clearly got the physique. I would say, next to like a Jade Cargill, the only other athlete that's played basketball to transition into WWE ring for a female specifically.
Future champ.
I wouldn't count that against her as well. That potentially will happen. But we got some pretty good teams here. Obviously, the Bella Twins reuniting with Brie Bella coming back from the Royal Rumble. I know this right here has been kind of a question mark, only because of Nikki's injury, right? So my understanding is that this match may change at some point if Nikki's injury doesn't clear. We
Wait, she got
might
hurt?
actually see Nikki got hurt. I want to say, I think last SmackDown, not this past one, but the SmackDown before.
Like
So she's
legit
been on
hurt?
a walking boot.
Like
Yeah,
rolled
she's
her
been in a
ankle or something like
yeah,
that
she rolled her ankle, so
on
she's
a
been in a
pin on a
walking boot.
roll. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, so that's had implications on the whole Asuka versus Io Sky potential matchup. Because if Nikki doesn't heal up, there's a possibility that they might insert the Kabuki Warriors into this match, which is going to be quite interesting closer to the date. Obviously they haven't made any announcements since then, but I'm hoping Nikki gets better because I want to see the Asuka versus Io Sky match happen at Mania, which hasn't been officially announced, right?
Same.
So that's kind of up in the air from my understanding based on this injury. So clearly we're keeping our eyes on that match specifically, but at the same time, I don't see it as like a forced feed match to have all of these competitors on the show. I think they represent the tag team division for the women's in a great way, specifically on a main show such as WrestleMania. So kudos to them. I think they're utilizing the women in that aspect very good. Instead of having to just throw them into like some sort of battle royal format, right? Now, I'm gonna allude it to what I think is something I'm looking forward to for this specifically night one. It was a really tough call for me, honestly, because as I saw this card build, I really had nothing to look forward to. I'll be honest with you guys. I really wasn't
Man.
that excited. That's how bad night one looked for me, right? I think, when we get into night two, I'm going to speak very differently. But because of what you guys were talking about, a little bit more so on what Nick was talking about, how big of a mess this looks right now. It's the only thing that's kind of keeping me engaged. May not necessarily be engaged in a good way, but it's almost a lot of questions. What's going to happen in this match specifically between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes? I thought we had enough of a backstory to help build this match because of their history with what was their group called again? Was it called Legacy? Legacy, right?
Legacy. Yep.
Yeah, so with them and Ted DiBiase Jr. obviously having that history together as a trio, and then, Cody obviously goes and does his own thing. He becomes a big star. Randy has always been that guy in the WWE, right? Injuries or not, he's been relevant. So here we are. We got them both. One thing is, I think that the whole Pat McAfee doesn't make sense. But if I have to make sense of the whole situation, this is what I'm thinking. One, I think they have invested so much in Cody Rhodes as the babyface here. They needed to throw somebody in there to make them hate, not Cody. They obviously are cheering for Randy, right? So what do? They throw somebody that completely doesn't even make any sense, in my opinion, into this mix, and is clearly not getting all the heat. Pat McAfee, and he aligns himself with Randy Orton. Now, the other part of it too is Randy does talk about him talking to somebody over the phone, which he revealed as Pat McAfee, right? I don't think McAfee is the guy that was on the opposite end of that phone. Physically,
Neither
yes,
do I. Neither do I.
but I think somebody else is in his ear and being the mic piece for him or for them. And when I say them, I'm talking about the other royal family of wrestling. So I talked about this in our group, right? And I think some other people out there in the IWC have talked about the bloodline being that potential other royal family. I've now kind of reconsidered that. The other royal family, I think that is actually in Pat McAfee's ear, I believe, are the McMahons. I think the McMahons are playing a big part into this whole storyline. Now, which McMahon? I honestly don't think it's going to be Vince. That would be kind of a crazy,
That would be such a good
reintroduction.
twist, though.
That would be
That would
pretty
be such a
wild.
good twist.
I
Shane
think it
O'Mac?
could be Shane O'Mac and Stephanie. I think it could be them, right? If we're talking the other royal family of wrestling, it has to be the McMahons. For me, it makes sense because when they're talking all this nonsense right now on TV, right? It's almost like they're trying to break kayfabe, right? They're playing into the whole social media piece of all of these fans of the IWC vocalizing how expensive these shows are, expressing how disappointed they are with TKO running creative, all that good stuff. What makes sense here, in my opinion, is that Pat McAfee is alluding to the good old days when another family was in charge, the good old days when the Attitude Era was the dominant time of wrestling, the good old days of when people like him, fans that were in that era, actually were the ones that were the focal point of making them happy or appeasing to. So I think specifically when we're talking about all that stuff, I think about who was actually the big contributor to all that, which in my opinion are the McMahons.
And that would
I
make
don't know what
sense
you
as
guys
to
think.
why Stephanie came out randomly that one Monday Night Raw, right? I mean, having her come out, kind of giving that's kind of like a foreshadowing. Plus, with
See that?
with Pat talking about the good old days, it's kind of all tying that in together. No, that would make sense.
She was trying to show the crowd too that she still got it. Like she's still her like that too.
Bro, but
She had that classic slap though. I liked it. It looked just like No Mercy. She still had it, dude.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine like the fire that would be lit if Vince McMahon comes walking out? Oh, bro, IWC.
That'd be wild.
Bro, the IWC would be
they got it.
On fire.
That would be wild. Fire.
That would be wild.
Just to think that everything that everyone's been trying to say or try to vocalize on, right? But now you get it thrown back into your face. Okay, here he is. What are you going to say now, right? At first, we were happy that he left, and then we're happy that, or we were not happy that he left. So here he is again, right? What if that happens? But I think that's a stretch. It'll be a stretch for me.
Brock's
so
back.
Anything,
Brock's back. Is it a stretch?
It's Brock.
It's Brock. It's Brock. It's Brock.
Always come back. They always come back. They always come back.
I don't know.
They were tied to the same case.
They always come back. Sasha Banks.
Never, I guess.
They were tied to the same case.
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. They always come back.
Nick's favorite.
They always come back. Let's go.
And that's the episode, guys. Thanks for watching.
One thing Jojo mentioned about the women's tag team title. The men's tag team title has fallen off so much that it's not even defended on WrestleMania.
Sadly.
Right?
That's a good point. It's nowhere to be found here. Not even on the pre-show.
Isn't it trios match, right?
2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, too.
Yeah.
If you think about it, right?
And I remember there was one time the Usos didn't even make they were the champions and they didn't even have a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Like technically the tag champions are on the show. They're just not defending it.
Right? Yeah. Right.
So that's the crazy part. It makes it feel, again, less important. You know, when you got other tag teams out there that could be fighting for it, not even on the show, right? So very, very, poor utilization here on, I would say, in terms of creative, trying to use the other tag teams for the actual the titles on that brand specifically. So
Tag team titles are like it's like rock bands and it's like rap groups. They just don't exist anymore. Like they just don't, man. Like they've moved away from rap groups and rock bands. So it feels like, WWE's done the same thing with the tag division. It's always just we have nowhere to place you. We're gonna put you in a tag title. We don't have a story for you. Let's try to build you up here. I mean, it just feels like it's like the minor leagues or something, or like somebody get their feet wet.
yeah.
But
Wait. I know we have to go into our picks, but one more topic before we move on. Can we just speak on the what do you guys think about the Usos one and done new music?
Oh, I saw
I
something
didn't even
about
hear it.
that.
They
That's the
have
thing. They only played it once.
They played it once. It was one and,
And
done.
then,
It was one
pretty
and done.
much never heard again. They introduced a
They
new
went back.
song for them.
Yeah.
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 they need to go back
And
to their original one, the one that
Which-
That's what I'm
Jey
saying.
Uso
what you
got.
think they would have done?
They need to go
I
back
think
to the original.
there was that one PLE in Europe where the whole crowd was singing the Usos theme song, and it was still both of them. And then off of that, coupled with Jey Uso's promos, he just took off. So
Yeah,
they
I think
need to go.
they need to go back to the done with this. I think that's the one that Jey
original.
Jey Uso's remixed off of.
Hmm.
Yeah, they need to go
The
back
original
off
one.
Yeah, they need to go back to that one.
Yeah, that was that was kind of funny. It's like tell me it's a failure without telling me it's a failure, right? Just one and done.
Yeah. They tried to get the crowd to eat, and it was a no yeet. It was a no yeet.
Well, I feel like the Yeet thing is a Jey Uso thing, not a Uso thing, right? Usos
Yes.
are
Yeah.
they're a tag team, and it's like you giving Jay all the spotlight when they're doing that shit, right? So yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know what WWE's trying to do on that part. It's almost like they might as well bring back Def Rebel for that matter.
No joke. It felt like Def Rebel was still there when that song
Right?
came on.
Actually, yeah. He kind of sneaked up on us real quick. He said, "Hey, let me just get one
Same
in
thing.
real quick."
Same thing with Roman Reigns is the remix version of his entrance song. They need to go back to the original. The
true.
original was better. They did that with
Yeah.
Asuka. Asuka was like she had a remix version and she went back to the OG one. So yeah, sometimes you just got to go back to the old ones, man.
Don't fix what's not broken, right?
Absolutely.
I like
I had
Nakamura. You saw Nakamura, man. How many times they like fucked up his intro, man? She just stuck
Steph
with her
Vaquer.
OG. Yeah.
Stephanie Vaquer is also right, sounding like Kane's music.
Yeah.
It's Kane. It's Kane.
Oh my god. Yeah.
They gave her more pyro too when they changed it. It was like
After she's expressed so much about keeping her song, like they
Right.
just love to just go against that everybody's wishes just to piss people off. But man, it is what it is. All right, so we ready to pick our winners for each match?
Let's rock and roll.
let's get
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's start for the opening here. Triple tag team match. Logan, the Vision. I keep forgetting that that's still part of the Vision. I can't even. It's hard to believe that the Vision still exists to a certain capacity. The Vision with iShowSpeed versus the Usos and LA Knight. Who you guys got?
Wait,
Cousin, why don't you kick us off?
did the vamp lift his curse? ISO? Because he made it to WrestleMania. So I'm like, he blessed him instead of cursed him.
Hey, you never know. That curse might just creep up on him at Mania.
Hey, side note though, that guy can wrestle. Hey, they don't. Oh, the vamp, that vamp.
Dan
He ain't just a
Housen.
backstage show, man. That guy.
No.
Hey, but
not at
okay,
all.
so I don't want to pick Austin Theory. I'm not sold on him yet, but I know Logan and them gonna put on a show. This guy iShowSpeed, as a streamer, he takes that stuff serious too. But I can't go against the Yeet team and the Yeah Man. So we're gonna go with them. We're gonna go with the Yeet team and the Yeah Man.
I think I forgot about that curse thing. So the curse thing plays on this one. Although the Vision need this win. They need to stack wins, but because iShowSpeed is he's visiting, he's crossing over, like he's one of those that I was saying that WWE usually blurs the lines and they bring in celebrities to wrestle. So I think the curse. Something happens with the curse. iShowSpeed becomes a face here, and the Usos and LA Knight win.
I feel like, I'm just going to go against the grain. I'm going to say the Vision with iShowSpeed is going to win.
The first one of the night, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm going Usos and LA Knight. I can't go against Danhausen and the curse. We haven't seen the actual curse come into play yet, so yeah, I'm not going against that. It's been almost 100% effective.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has.
Debuted, so.
Yeah, it has.
Unsanctioned match: Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu.
Fatu needs to win, man. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll kick this off. Fatu needs to win.
No, you're good.
Fatu needs the win. Give him the win. He's bringing himself back, and this win will help him. They're gonna try to propel him into the main event scene, right? Because that's what they've been teasing with him. So a win over Drew McIntyre in unsanctioned match just goes a long way. I think these two will perform really well, and Fatu, man.
Yep. As much as I hate to say it, I think Fatu's going to win it. I hate to say it because, man, I love Drew. Drew's one of my favorites.
Yes,
I love him.
Yep.
We love him here on the pod, but
yep.
I think Fatu's going to win it.
Oh, same. I think same, because even if, anyway, I got to put it in context too. Drew, I'm not picking against you.
We love Drew, man.
I seen a clip of his interview that Jacob did on Box Kev. He said he doesn't care about these politics that's going on in the back. So to Soul Man's point, he said he need this win himself. That's what he said. He's not losing. So even if he was told we were supposed to push Drew over, I'm thinking he's not, and plus he's due for the win. So I agree with that. Ever since he could take off his shirt, you ain't give him a W. That's a W in itself. When a big boy can take his shirt off. Like, come on. So let's go get that W.
Thank you, AJ Styles, bro. Thank you, AJ Styles, for that push.
Yeah, bro. That's what he said. AJ, you look phenomenal. Take it. Hey, let's go. Yeah, did I mean go get that? But Drew, man, I don't know how we could pick against you. It's not that we're picking against you. He said it. He said despite what was supposed to go on, he said he's not going to lose. So I don't. So Fatu.
Hey, Drew. I love you, Drew.
We love you, Drew.
We love you. I love you, Drew.
We love you, Drew.
I'm going Drew. Here.
Okay.
I'm going against the grain. Now, the only reason why too is just because I think that they'll put on a show. For one thing, two guys, they're two brutes. They're gonna wreak havoc in that stadium. It is unsanctioned. Now, the other thing that kind of comes to mind is that I don't know if it's actually going to come into this match, specifically at Mania, but you guys saw SmackDown, the segment between Jacob and the MFTs. For some reason, that makes me feel like the MFTs might actually have a play in this match and might even give the assist to Drew for them.
They're going to rehash that?
But there's an interesting thing, right? Because like they've been showing Tama seemingly might be distancing himself from the MFTs,
with
Yeah.
Nakamura.
or even with like Jacob for that matter, just because it's like another like little catalyst, right, to this whole story between like whatever's happening in the MFTs. But I think what's going to elude into this whole piece is them finding a way to like cost Fatu the match specifically and Drew winning this. So that's the only reason why I feel a little bit more confident choosing Drew here. Otherwise,
Well,
nothing against.
what about
Not,
the Highlander movie?
Wait, what's going on with Highlander?
I love Highlander. If you're talking about the sword dudes, ooh, I love that. Where they jump off the head and then have eternal life. That Highlander?
Drew's supposed to be leaving to do the Highlander movie.
There's a Highlander movie? Oh, let's go, Drew.
so you're thinking that he's going to get taken out in this match and he'll have an extended leave?
Look, the MFTs might
Interesting.
come out to intervene,
Jojo,
but then Tama might stop it.
Interesting.
You're a fake
Right?
looking.
Tama Tonga might stop it.
You're a fake kind
and
of
be like-
shaky here, JoJo. We love you, Drew.
I don't know. I still stick with Drew. I love you, Drew.
I love
We
it.
not-
I
we
love your
not picking
conviction, bro.
against We're not picking.
Your-
We're
your
not
pick-
picking against
Your pick is almost as wild as my Vision iShowSpeed pick, bro.
Hey, they might give
We
it
try
to
to keep
speed.
it interesting. We keep it interesting, right? All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right. Next
Hell yeah.
match. Seth freaking Rollins versus Gunther.
Oh,
Let me start this one off.
Yes, sir.
I'm going with Gunther. I love my man Gunther. You know what?
Oh. He's starting
Oh.
it off that way though.
Nah, fuck that. I'm going with Gunther. Gunther's gonna chop the shit out of Seth. Gunther's gonna win this one, and then
Cash
Gunther's
in
gonna
his favor.
disappear. Yeah, and then he's gonna cash in his favor, and he's just gonna disappear again. I don't know.
He'll come back to retire other people.
Yeah, he'll come back to
eventually.
retire other people again. I feel like that's what they're doing with Gunther right now. Is that they're doing the whole keeping him exclusive and only bringing him in when they need to, and I kind of don't like that. But it is what it is. I hope they bring more storylines for Gunther later, but I think Gunther is gonna go over Seth.
man, it's a hard one to pick because it's like both. Both is great, but I'm gonna pick Seth only. Okay. It's not again, Gunther. We love you. It's not because we picking against you. All right, you're a goon, but that man, Seth freaking Rollins knows that you're a goon. That fool is gonna go into here and try to pull something out to get this win on you. He's not gonna beat you straight forward. I know you try to put him to sleep though. They try to act like that, and I totally agree with you guys, man. That fool Gunther, he takes care of everybody he interacts with, man. He sells for him. So hey, but I'm gonna go with Seth because I want to say he's just gonna pull something out of his bag of tricks to go get the W, and that's how he's gonna snag it.
Okay. Jake?
Like I said, I think this is going to be the match of the night here with these two performers. Just solid workers, just credible characters. I want to pick Seth Rollins. I want to. The problem, because he just came back. They gotta make him viable again by beating Gunther. But I'm going to pick Gunther. Why? Someone's going to interfere in this match most likely, which hopefully doesn't spoil what's going to be a solid match. But I don't think you can. I don't think it helps Seth to lose clean when he just came back to Gunther. So, and it doesn't help Gunther at all if he's taking L's to Seth. So Gunther with the win. Somehow division plays a part here where they interfere and mess around and get Seth an L.
Good call.
Wait, is it him though? Is it Breaker?
I'll
Could
answer
be.
that for you. So, was Cuzzo the only that picked Seth? He did? Okay, and everybody else has got
So
there.
far. so
Okay.
far, and then it's
Okay.
you now.
Okay. Yeah. No. So okay, I'm in line with Gunther for the same reason that Jay mentioned, and I think Breaker returns to cost Seth the match. I think he does that. I think he's the one that's going to interfere.
I mean, yeah. Despite me picking, if it's gonna, oh man, that's gonna blow my mind. That come out.
I mean, it helps protect Seth because he's obviously returning.
Yep.
He's not going to lose clean, and it also protects Gunther, for that matter, right? It gives him the dub. So I think that's how this is going to pan out. Tag team match. Oh, women's tag team championship match. Fatal 4-way. Irresistible Forces, Bella Twins, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Bayley Lyra Valkyria. Nick, first pick.
I think Nia and Lash are gonna walk out and retain. I think somebody's gonna get caught up. I think how the end's gonna happen is somebody's gonna get caught up with something, and Nia and Lash are gonna take advantage of it, and they're gonna retain. That's my prediction. I think they're gonna retain.
See, I was gonna pick till that injury thing happened that I didn't know about. The Bella Twins is what I was gonna pick. The reason I was gonna pick the Bella Twins was because usually the tag team titles, when it comes to the women's side, there's usually a surprise. Like, for example, the Iconics, right? They won the first time, and that was like surprising. Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, that's something that should be celebrated. I know they're not as popular as they were, but they came back for a reason. Probably won money, but they came back for a reason, right? And you have this celebrated tag team. They should get another run with the belt. Maybe like quickly win it, give them the pop that they have, say that they won the belt, and then quickly lose it to Nia and um, Lash, right? So the cool part is you can protect Nia and Lash Legend by not having them eat the pin, right? You can have like Lyra take it or something, or Bailey. No, not BBL Bailey. We love her. But maybe Lyra takes the pin, and that way the Irresistible Forces are not they don't look weak. Make them dominant, make them look strong. I think the pop of the Bella Twins just getting like one last championship run would be cool. And we know Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are over. Yeah, they're over. So they don't need the belt at this moment, but there is also that Charlotte Flair factor. They always love giving her belts, right? But in a surprising pick, even though it's shaky, just like her injury, can I pick if the Bella Twins are healthy, I pick them. If not, it is the Irresistible Forces. The Irresistible Forces. So I get to pick two here just because there's an injury concern with my pick.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Cuzzo.
I know they're gonna give it to the Irresistible Forces because because they're blessing the anointed one over there with Trick Williams. They might want to bless his girl. They want to keep blessing his girl. We're going up with these two, and they are. And despite knowing that, after seeing Bailey powerbomb Big Nia Jax, I'm gonna give it to her just because for that. And I feel like she's coming up again, like she's feeling it again. She's back. She's hitting. She's firing on all cylinders, and Valkyria is gonna fly with her. She's gonna fly with her, and that's what I'm hoping. That's gonna be a banger though. That, hey, with or without Asuka and the Kabuki Warriors, I'm thinking it's gonna be, if it's not the Irresistible Forces, I want it to be Bailey and Lyra.
Wait, if Asuka and them get involved in this, Asuka.
If
that's it.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, because she
always
might.
Asuka.
They might
just
push that.
I'll always root for Asuka. Sorry.
Dude, she's dope.
No
Yeah.
logic needed. Fanboy right here. Mark out.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna give my quick pick, and I gotta go to the restroom real quick.
Too much
Let's go.
info.
Irresistible Forces. Only because I think they haven't had it that long.
Yeah.
So I think them taking a dub over all these great teams here, just pretty much makes them more credible as a team. So I don't see them losing it. So, and still with that matchup.
And still.
Now we got the women's IC championship, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Jay, who do you got?
Okay, I am going to pick Becky Lynch. And the reason I'm going to pick Becky Lynch is because she's always elevated other wrestlers when she's had that belt. Whether it's Lyra Valkyria, whether it's Maxine Dupree, and even AJ Lee, she's helped elevate AJ Lee. What does that mean? That means that AJ Lee, she hasn't done a singles match. They trusted Becky Lynch to help her knock off the rust, right? And kind of work a program till AJ Lee is a full-time performer, which I don't think she is. Becky Lynch should win this belt, and she always does what she does. She always helps other wrestlers. She always helps other wrestlers to get over. She always helps them get some exposure. She's like Becky does not get a lot of credit for helping building programs with wrestlers that they get no shine. I mean, she even did a program with what's her name, Xia Li, right? She's done programs with wrestlers that don't get no shine. So I think Becky Lynch is the perfect person to have this IC belt. She's full time, and she'll bring up somebody else. What'd you think, Cuzzo?
Oh, I was hey man, I'm gonna piggyback off you because my question was if I'm basing it on if she's gonna continue AJ Lee, if she's gonna continue as a full timer. If she's not, I'm going back to Becky Lynch because for all the reasons you just mentioned and more, man. She's a great wrestler. She can keep it going. So if we're gonna keep it going, cool. I'm going Becky Lynch. Because I don't know if AJ is, like her husband, who's a full time, champ. Mr. Full-Time Champ with Bill over there, So, Becky Lynch, Iron Man.
I kind of have the same thoughts as you guys. Because I know AJ has, stated on TV, I want to be a fighting champ and all this other good stuff, but it's one of those things that we don't see her that often, right? And Becky has also stated that she's on her final run. This is basically her final contract. She wants to go home. She wants to be a mom. She wants to do that home life already, right? And we don't know where she's at in her contract. And when we seen that was on that Unreal program on Netflix. So we don't know how far back that was. So we don't know where she's at in her contract. All of that aside, where we're at in the current storyline, I'm kind of feeling Becky on this one. So I think Becky's going to go over.
Okay. Everybody went Becky?
Everybody went Becky.
Of course we.
Oh. Question is, do I align myself? Or do I agree the grain here? No, actually, I say Becky. I don't think AJ Lee retains here just because I feel like that match, specifically her winning it from Becky, set it up for this to actually happen. But I honestly thought that it was going to be the opposite, where AJ would have lost to Becky in their last meeting, therefore setting up for an actual trilogy, right? Or not trilogy, because that was their first singles match against one another. So I feel like there's going to be a trilogy. But in order for that to even happen, Becky has to get a dub over AJ Lee. So with that being said, I think Becky Lynch actually takes the title back against AJ Lee. I don't think she's gonna win it clean. That's one thing though. I'll say that. So that probably will set up some sort of stipulation for whatever the trilogy match would be. Who knows what that's gonna look like? But end of the day, I'm in alliance with the panel here. Becky Lynch for the win.
Wow.
The other
First
that was
one.
the first one, right?
Oh,
The first four, right?
First sweep.
Yeah, first four in agreement.
First
So
four, yep.
the other women's title that is being defended here. So no, the crazy thing to think about, right? Like, there's actually 3 women's titles that are actually being up for grabs for night one. We had the tag team titles, the IC title, and now the world title, which is Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. Cuzzo, kick us off. Who you got?
Man, this one's tough because I always go Liv. Like I always go Liv. She's fiery. She's gonna want to get her leg back. She got that big old knot on her head from getting jumped from behind. But the fire of La Primera is coming. This is gonna be a banger, man. It's like there's no wrong answer here, right? But damn, I think Liv because Liv got the numbers. Liv has the numbers, and she probably ain't gonna get this win clean. She's gonna get it dirty like Dami does, and she's gonna get the W. Hey, again, disclaimer. Hey, La Primera, we are not picking against you. We just picking her.
Oh wow, I love that. I love that little asterisk on that statement. Nick, who you got?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Liv as well. Um, Steph, she's fantastic in the ring. Nothing against her, but I think Liv is the way to go on this one. I think Stephanie's stories are getting kind of stale. I think right now it'd be good for her to kind of chase. It would kind of change it up for her. So maybe give Steph the chase again. It would be kind of nice to have her chase Liv Morgan for a while. Even if she does win it back from Liv after that, give her the chase. Change it up a little bit. Stephanie's title run's been kind of stale. So I think Liv might liven up the women's championship. So I think Liv.
yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Liv Morgan here. This is an easy one for me to call just because they did a test run with Stephanie Vaquer as a champion, and I have to tell you that it has been uninspiring. Yes, we know she can perform well. In the ring, in ring talent, no question. Look, no question. But she's not connecting. She's not connecting as much as Liv Morgan is. Liv Morgan can drive storylines. She can promo like crazy. Something that, before she got hurt, she was really on the rise. Liv Morgan, someone went from what was that called? Her group, the Riot Squad, as a small time member of the Riot Squad. Like meaning she wasn't even the face. She was just like the pretty face in the sideline. And to make herself like such a credible wrestler, such a main event, like you can build a division off her. Speaks to her talent, speaks to how she has grown in the industry, and a very credible champion. I don't see how Stephanie Vaquer can walk out of this WrestleMania with that belt because Liv Morgan, Judgment Day, all day. Thank you. Come again.
And Jojo, before you even say your pick, can I just say that even if Stephanie loses, that's nothing against her. She's still gonna look good because it's probably gonna be a banger of a match. And this also has an opportunity to probably maybe
Reset.
interject an extra story between maybe Liv and Raquel. You know, have Stephanie say, "Oh well, kind of tell Raquel, well, Liv beat me, but you couldn't do it," and then have some kind of like, thing go on between Liv and Raquel. Have maybe Raquel chase Liv too. Some kind of dissension between the group. Add an
Nick.
extra little layer to the story.
Nick, I also want to add that nothing against Stephanie Vaquer, as we know she's talented and all that stuff.
She is absolutely.
Is that like she's had a run, and sometimes you need to go, okay, we need to reset. We have to do some sort of reset for you to get connected again. Like you said, make a chase, do something like that. We've seen it happen to Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan was a champion before, but she wasn't ready for it, right? This time, I think when Liv Morgan first won the belt, she wasn't ready, right? The crowd didn't really connect with her and none of that stuff. This is like Liv Morgan with that reset that she's done she's ready. I mean, she's a star. It's not even she's ready. She's a star. She's here. She belongs. So I just don't see how, like, again, nothing against Steph. She'll bounce back from this.
I'm kind of rooting for that storyline to happen to where Raquel and Liv collide, and then Roxy chooses Raquel, and then you get Dominic and Liv Morgan living a Bonnie and Clyde type of love story at the end, because it's gonna be them against the world after they dismantle the Judgment Day. Oh snap! I am with that,
bro.
I would love to see that.
If that happens, bro, I'm Big Mommy Cool all the way, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey, she's been big since Liv left, so she's been wrestling big. Heck yeah.
Good job of building her back up. Good job. Because she was good in NXT. She was really good in NXT.
So what? 3 for Liv again. We got three for the same person.
Oh man!
Gosh, what happened?
We gotta stop
together.
letting Joker go
go.
last, bro. We gotta stop letting this guy.
Okay. I thought about this though. Before you guys,
You're either gonna be a really big winner, or pick a lot of L's.
I only went against you guys once though. That was for the Drew and Jacob Fatu match. So this is the thing, right? Because I remember the only reason why, not saying this is the only reason why, but let's just be honest, right? Like Naomi probably would have carried the belt through Mania season. And if she hadn't gotten pregnant, I don't think Steph would even have been in this position this early. So that there gives me a big reason as to why the shift is probably going to happen at Mania at this point, and specifically with Liv Morgan. And Liv's just obviously been at the top of her game.
Yeah,
they clearly gave her the Royal Rumble win that she's well deserving of, because if I'm not mistaken, she's had like two Rumble losses back to back. I think as like even like the last one and that's been eliminated before she won this Royal Rumble. So I will say Liv Morgan for myself, in agreement with the panel here. I think that Steph does need a refresher on her specific for her storyline ish, I would say. I would actually like to see her and Roxy kind of have a program on the main roster, especially because Roxy's part of the Judgment Day, and Roxy and her just put like really good matches, right? And then you can have the Raquel Liv thing seed their whole division at some point down the road, right? So however that plays out, they can do that, and then we also got to give Roxy some love and have some sort of program with her as well, right? So I'll be good if that's how this pans out, right? With Liv taking the dub, being the new champion. Eventually we'll see Naomi come back, try to like get that title back. She's more than likely going to come back as a face as well. I don't see how you bring somebody of her stature coming back from being pregnant and then also being a top heel. I honestly don't see that happening. I think fans are going to cheer for her, especially with the way she exited. Outside of that, I don't want to go into the tangent. Liv Morgan for the win here. And last match of night one, undisputed WWE Championship. Nick, who you got? I think you kind of said, but confirm it.
Randy for the 15, baby. Nothing more, nothing less.
Andy, man. You know what? Here's the thing. Cody Rhodes has been treated like a royal family. What does that mean? He's been treated like a Flair. Always getting involved in matches and getting gold and being forced in and shooting into matches. He's the new Charlotte Flair. So, I don't think Drew should have dropped. I think Drew dropped it to Cody, right? So yes, Yeah, man. So for a program that probably didn't need a belt, they had to give him a belt, right?
Mhm.
So I'm kind of that's why we love you, Drew. I don't like how they took the belt from you. You deserved a you deserved a long run, but this Charlotte Flair, uh, Cody Rhodes, this thing. And the thing is, because the IWC sees that, now you're kind of seeing boos from Cody. Cody not as, the shiny new toy and it's shiny no more. And you're getting some brushback from the IWC because you keep forcing this thing. I get it, you won't turn Cody Rhodes heel, not yet. But yeah, just because they're forcing Cody Rhodes down our throat, I don't like that. And this is Randy, one of them. Like Randy Orton's so over right now that they should give it to him, and it's in it, and he would do well. So the Pat McAfee thing, I think they just added Pat McAfee because again, WrestleMania, the stars crossover, the celebrities crossover with the wrestling aspect. So it's kind of like they just threw him in there, kind of like how what they did with the Rock, I want your soul kind of thing, right? Like he's Shang Tsung, R.I.P. the guy who played him, by the way. And yeah, so I'm going RKO, baby. Let's go.
Say Mr. RKO for that mean 15. Yes. He got to. What the heck? Or else, nah. After this, if he doesn't, then no. But yeah, I'll see who they really, really favor in this company, though. If Cody wins, I'll see who they really, really like. I like that reference. He's been a player. Like, oh, come on, Randy, Mr. RKO, let's get it.
Hey, I I can't see Cody taking 2 L's at Mania in a row. Since he's returned. Since his return.
Okay.
He came back, he beat Seth, right? The following year he lost to Roman. And then the following year he beats Roman. Last year he loses to Cena. I just can't see him taking 2 L's in a row.
Makes sense.
That's how I'm looking at it right now. Otherwise, I would agree with everything that everyone's saying actually. But I have to take that into consideration. And even though it might not be the most popular choice to go with Randy, or I'm sorry, to go with Cody, I just think that they're gonna shove him down everybody's throats, like how they did with Cena, and they're just
Charlotte
gonna
Flair.
continue to Charlotte. So it's one of those things, and it'll be interesting to
Roman.
see if there you go. You know what I mean? Like it's never happened. It's not like it's never happened, right?
Right,
So I
right.
feel like it's gonna continue with Cody. Um, the interesting thing is, obviously we'll take into consideration whether or not what we were talking about earlier is going to even have a play to this, right? Will we see this other royal family that wrestling supposedly has? I don't know, but I'm going Cody on this one, going against the panel, but we'll see how this
Ooh.
transpires.
To be honest, yours is the safe choice. It really is. Like, meaning, like, and that's not a knock. It's just like, I guess maybe I'm going Randy Orton to like mix it up, but we know WWE like doesn't listen at times, and if Cody's their guy,
Yeah,
and if Charlotte's their guy, Roman's their guy, Cena's their guy, that's who we're gonna get. So it's a safe choice.
they're I feel like they're likely to just push it through and give Cody the W here over Randy. Not that I would be opposed to seeing Randy take number 15.
Yeah, we're making
I
picks.
would
You're just
I
making picks.
I would love to see Randy take get a number 15, but I don't think it's gonna happen this night. So that's our picks for night one. We still got night two to talk about. Otherwise, we're cutting at this part. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Feel free to chime in. Drop your picks. Let us know what you guys think for night one. Obviously, we want to hear about it. We want to even talk to you guys about it. But Other than that, we got more picks coming for you on our second episode for WrestleMania 42. Otherwise, we out.
Peace.